says the president sets the tone for his second term in the Oval Office.
Yeah, much of the focus on employment, the president calls increasing jobs his North Star.
Let's prove there's no better place to do business than here in the United States of America, and let's start right away. We can get this done.
The president unveiling several proposals, including a plan to raise the minimum wage without increasing the deficit, as he puts it, by a single dime. But the Republicans shot back, saying the president is only hurting the middle class.
Let's declare that in the wealthiest nation on earth, no one who works full-time should have to live in poverty.
And the idea that more taxes and more government spending is the best way to help hardworking middle-class taxpayers? That's an old idea that's failed every time it's been tried.
In his GOP response, Senator Marco Rubio finished by saying he opposes the president's plan because he wants to protect his neighbors. Another key moment with a lot of impact on Arizonans here, prompting one of tonight's standing ovations.
That's right. It came after this comment from the president on immigration.
Our economy is stronger when we harness the talents and ingenuity of striving, hopeful immigrants. And right now, leaders from the business, labor, law enforcement, faith communities, they all agree that the time has come to pass comprehensive immigration reform. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to get it done.
The president says reform should include earned citizenship, meaning passing a background check, paying taxes, and learning English. Bipartisan bills are in the works. He wants one signed within the next few months. And we just spoke with U.S. Senator Jeff Flake about those statements.
Yeah, he's part of that so-called Gang of Eight working to get an immigration reform bill together.
Broaden our base, and we've got to have a rational policy on immigration. And so that's, I think, what's driving a lot of the change. And so the atmosphere is quite different. I think we can get it through this time.
I asked Flake about Governor Brewer's coincidental border tour today. He says anyone interested in border security should get behind immigration reform.
So we'd love to know how you feel watching at home, energized and inspired, or maybe even more concerned about America's problems.
Yeah, ABC 15's Brian Webb watched with a couple in Tempe tonight with very different political views. What did they think about what they heard here?
The Carreras huddled around the TV like millions of Americans tonight, learning what they could about what might happen over the next 4 years. But maybe it's the politicians who can learn a thing or two from them.
But for more than a decade, wages and income...
The Carrera couple has seen their fair share of presidential speeches. They were married before President Obama was even born.
I just saw her one day, and that was it. It was just wonderful.
Here's where it gets tricky. One of them is a Democrat, the other a Republican. But it's hard to tell which is which listening to them talk.
This president has not accomplished what I had hoped he was going to.
He doesn't want to raise taxes. We got to do something in order to pay the deficit.
Like many Americans, the Carreras are interested in issues like guns, wars, and jobs, both hoping America's recovery under the Obama administration is better than the first 4 years.
My hopes are up for him.
We are starting to climb up, but we're not there.
And like Republicans and Democrats working together for a better America, the Carreras know you can get past political differences to make relationships work. There's 53 years of proof sitting right here.
And they haven't been easy. We work at it. We work very hard.
We just go day by day.
And the Carreras know speeches are one thing, action is another, so they will believe it when they see it, so to speak. And Katie and Steve, if you are still wondering, it is Mrs. Carrera who is the Republican, Mr. Carrera, the Democrat.
Yeah, so they need to work at it. Absolutely.
They made it work.
53 years.
2 Arizonans guess